today we're gonna bring back a series that has been running on the channel. This is gonna be Ask Antony episode 2. I'm so scared. Do you have a girlfriend? I just want to sleep all day, man. This is your fault, Atsu. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys on Twitter have been asking me some seriously spicy and way too personal and way too intruding questions. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for us to sit down here and, answer some of your most pressing questions. Under this tweet, there are currently 1,126 questions. So this afternoon, I spent a good amount of time going through every single one of them to choose the best questions I could answer for you guys on stream, and that is what we're going to be doing today. So shall we jump right into it? Psst, hey you. Yeah, you. Want to see something cool? Whoa, okay. Have you ever heard of Studio Ghibli? Have you ever wanted to live inside one of their movies? Yes, you have. Well, then you'll be thrilled to see this. Introducing Ninokuni Crossworld, a gorgeous open-world RPG from Netmarble. Based on the Ninokuni universe developed by Level 5 and Studio Ghibli, this game offers players the chance to live in a Studio Ghibli-styled environment. Adventure through the lush, beautiful landscape, explore the anime-inspired open world, and play as one of the 5 unique classes. With top-of-the-line graphics and select music tracks composed by the iconic Joe Hisashi, this is for sure going to be one of the hottest hits of the year. So, if you want to discover the beauty of Ninokuni Crossworld for yourself, click the link in the description and pre-register today. Do you have any tips for any new/current college students? I'm going to college in a few months' time. Actually, I think this was a question that was asked a lot. I'm sure many of you are entering that new stage in your life, graduating from high school, deciding where to go for college, starting an entirely new life away from home. I am a sophomore in college, so this is my second year. I literally have not even been here for 2 years. Off the top of my head, if I had to say something that I would tell anyone who was asking for advice, probably step out of your comfort zone. Yes, this is your opportunity to rewrite yourself as an entirely new character. You can be anyone you want to be here, and no one can judge you for it. I remember it was a thing in high school where everyone just wanted to fit in. You had to follow everyone else, stay with the pack, do the cool things, but college isn't like that. Even though it looks like I just sit in my room and I play video games for you guys, I'm not gonna deny that is my life, but it's actually part of stepping out of my comfort zone, because in high school, I was a pretty, introverted person. I kept to myself, and while it is still like that, I really do feel like if I never came to college, I wouldn't have taken that step to start posting onto TikTok. As, lame as that sounds, that was like a big step, actually sharing parts of myself and my life onto social media. So, without college, I probably wouldn't be streaming here. I definitely wouldn't be making this YouTube video for you right now. You wouldn't be watching this YouTube video at all. So do things that you have always wanted to try. This is the place you can do it. If you can add any new type of weapon in Genshin, what would it be? I'm not gonna say a gun, because that would be kind of overpowered. Probably melee, yes. Actual physical, like gauntlets or something like that. We don't have anyone who uses their hands. Think about it. What if you had a character who would just, here, you can even use this as an animation for the new attacks. You could go You know what I mean? That would be dope. I would C6 R5 fists in a moment. I want melee. I want gauntlets in this game. Like a boxer type or a fighter type. Are we ever gonna get it? Probably not, but I think it would be fun. I think it would be interesting, you know what I mean? What makes Kaching your favorite character? For me, my favorite weapon type, other than gauntlets, of course, is the sword. Swords are probably my favorite to play. I also really like speed. Speed is good. Attack speed bonus is very nice. You feel fast. And who is the fastest attacker who's also a sword user? Obviously, it's Miss Kaching herself. Along with the Electro, the whole, like, I guess, gimmick that she, like, teleports, like, boom, boom. I think that's super cool. And I think also along with that fact would be that I couldn't pull her for so long. I had everyone else, like, freaking 3 Chi-Chis, and I just could not get a Kaching. So I feel like that kind of added to, like, the whole reason as to why, like, she is now one of my favorite characters to play. But I guess it's not that deep. I just like using her. I think her attack animations are cool, and her kit is pretty sick. How do you deal with stream burnout? Do you sometimes get pressured from the expectations of other people as a content creator? If yes, how do you deal with it? When it comes to like content creation, yes, I have experienced burnout, specifically in TikTok. I used to post every single day. Freshman year of college through first semester, I posted 1 TikTok per day. If you think about that in like content terms, that is insane. 7 videos a week, 30 to 40 videos a month. Sometimes even more than once a day. At that point, it didn't really feel like I was posting for the original purpose which I had started posting for, which was, of course, you know, to have fun, to express myself, some sort of creative outlet. I was more posting because I had to post. I felt like the obligation to make content for my audience, even during days like where I didn't necessarily feel like doing so. And at that point, that is definitely burnout, and it hit hard. It got to the point where I just didn't post. You can look at my account now. I have not posted for a while. I wouldn't say this is the case for everybody. People deal with burnout in different ways, but one way that I overcame that sort of creative block, you would call it, is just switching focus. So instead of making TikToks, I switched up and started streaming, started making YouTube videos. It was like a breath of fresh air, being able to try new things and know that I didn't have any expectations to meet when doing TikTok and streaming. And that's what made it somewhat bearable for me. I would say there are like also minor ways to deal with burnout rather than just, you know, completely switching up and doing something new. For example, taking a break. Breaks are important, breaks are good, and breaks are useful when it comes to overworking. If you take a break, you know, whether it be like a 10-minute break in between a studying session or perhaps going out and exercising, a break is a good way to get your mind off of several things and you can come back much more refreshed. So when I deal with like burnout studying, no, I don't just quit. I actually take a break and try to take my mind off of things to come back with a fresh new approach. Exactly. You don't need to be productive at all times. I feel like that's something that a lot of people miss. But what happens when I don't feel like getting back into it after my break? Then it's hopeless. I'm sorry, you're a lost cause. There is no coming back after that. What is your favorite childhood comfort game? I was a Club Penguin, Wizard 101 type of kid. Those were the games that were hot when I was a child. Those would be the games that I think back on and I'm like, man, video games have just fallen off from there. Nothing is as good as it used to be, you know, coming home after a long day of school on a Friday evening and just being able to log into Club Penguin, no worries in the world, mind just blank and just waddling around talking to people. That was peak internet right there. Everything has just gone downhill from there. It's actually kind of sad. When did it close down? I should just look it up. When did Club Penguin shut down? The game was shut down due to lack of interest in 2017. It has been 5 years without Club Penguin. Man, and just think about everything that has happened in those 5 years. I'm no mathematician or anything, but numbers speak for themselves, right? Has life been as good as it was 5 years ago? I don't know, man. You tell me. That's a joke, by the way. That is sarcasm. If you could switch bodies/lives with one Genshin character for one day, who would it be? I feel like we have a lot of options. I would say Sayu. Yes. What are Sayu's favorite activities? Sleeping. And what are my favorite activities? Well, not sleeping, but that is one of them. And it sounds pretty cool. So that would be my answer. I just want to sleep all day, man. Is that too much to ask for? Can I not just, you know, sleep for like 2 weeks straight and not have to do anything? That would be super nice. Why can't humans just hibernate? Well, I can think of several reasons why. For once in my life, I would like to try hibernating as well. I feel like everyone has had that thought. No? You guys don't think about hibernating? I do? Okay. If you're thinking about sleeping for like weeks at a time on a consistent basis, I think you need to seek help, okay? Next question. Oh god. Here we go. Here we go into the actual somewhat spicy stuff, I guess. Hashtag Ask Antony. Do you have a girlfriend? Where's your girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? In all caps. Where is your girlfriend? Also, don't let Atsu take all the questions because I refuse to let that happen. And then Asian Guy Stream asks, how does it feel to be single? In this day and age, I really feel like there's a ton of emphasis on like trying to find a significant other. And I feel like people think that they're being looked down upon for like being single. I feel like social media has really spread to a point where like the mentality of some people online are just like, I need to find a significant other in my life. Otherwise, like, I'm worthless. To be honest, I really don't think that is a healthy mindset at all. If you happen to find someone, that is cool and that is great. But personally, I don't think you should be going out and like soul searching for someone and thinking like, oh my god, my life is gonna be so much better like if I can find this person. Because to be fair, who do you spend like the most amount of time with? It is literally yourself. And if you can't be comfortable with yourself and how you are, how are you gonna, you know, be able to maintain a relationship with someone else? And this is, I feel like, a big problem on social media where people are just like so obsessed with having to have someone else in their lives that they rush into relationships way too quickly. And obviously this doesn't go for everyone, but I feel like it does play a part into like the reason as to why you see so many superficial relationships today. This is probably the reason you see threads on Twitter about people getting cheated on. Not that I would know anything about that, but I don't know. Be comfortable with yourself before you find someone else, yeah? And not everything has to be about having a significant other, because frankly, there's more to life to that. Like if it's not the time in your life to be looking for someone else, then that's perfectly fine. As for me, if you're asking about my personal relationship status, well, I actually do have a confession to make.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
As much as I preach being comfortable with yourself, have found someone very important in my life, I think it is time that I tell you guys. It's your mom. No, I am single, okay? And while I have many priorities, and everyone has many priorities, at the top of my list right now is not really finding a significant other. It is more surviving the school year. That is where like 80% of my mental capacity goes to, okay? I'm sure it would be nice to have a girlfriend, but it would be nicer to be able to pass this school year, in my personal opinion. Hope that answers your question. Oh, oops. I know I'm still gonna get flamed for like, oh, Antony, no bitches on Twitter or something like that, but come on. Let a student live, okay? Students have several things on their mind. Maidenless? Maidenless? Oh, you're maidenless? No damsels. Do you have a system behind the place you put your characters in a team? For example, slot number 1 for DPS, slot number 2 for shielder, etc. Actually, the answer to that is yes. This is the only correct order to be organizing your characters, okay? Pay attention, this is super important. Slot number 1 goes to the shield. Okay, this is where your shield character has to go, no questions asked. Why? Well, because pressing the 1, it's kind of annoying. You can't do it as frequently as a number like 2 or 3. When you need a shield, you only need to press it like what, once every like 15 seconds at most. So this is the designated Zhongli slot, okay? Slot number 2, main DPS. This is the carry of the team. This is where my big damage goes. And to be honest, I could literally put anyone in this slot and the team would be perfectly fine. Slot number 3 is a designated Xingqiu or Kazuha slot. If you take a look at my teams, 5-star Xingqiu, we have Kazuha, we have Kazuha again, and we have 4-star Xingqiu. Therefore, it's either Kazuha or Xingqiu that goes in slot number 3. Slot number 4 is my off-field DPS or Bennett. This is an important distinction. Slot number 4 either goes to Fischl here, who doesn't have to be on field. She is either the battery or the off-field DPS, sub-DPS of the team. Or Bennett here. You see, we have the healer. Although he is not in slot number 1, he is in slot number 4 because he is the person I switch to the least. So in order of amounts I click each character, I would say I probably click 2 the most, 3, then 1, then 4. That is how most of my teams are set up. If I was using my actual team here, it would be Jean, who is healer in slot number 1, Kaching, main DPS slot number 2, Kazuha, and then we have Raiden, the battery. And this is how my teams are organized. Are there any new anime that you're looking forward to? This season, I feel like has a very, very strong cast for anime. And one of the ones I am personally looking forward to is Spy Family. Under the peer pressure of none other than Atsu, I have read Spy Family and therefore am very, very much looking forward to the rest of the anime season. It's gonna be good, okay? If you haven't watched Spy Family yet, definitely go check it out. It's on the top of my watch list this season. We are now into our weekly bosses, and you know what that means, right? This is the Ask Antony Blitz Round, okay? If you don't know how the Blitz Round works, I am basically gonna go through all these Twitter questions. I'm gonna answer them as fast as possible, okay? Actually, we really should just rename this section, right? We should just rename this section to Antony Answers Atsu's Questions, because this man has asked a ridiculous amount of questions under my tweet. This is the exact same thing as the last Blitz round. I spent like over half of the time just answering all of Atsu's questions. He's literally more than like half the replies, okay? 1,200 questions, 600 of them were Atsu himself. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Who is your favorite Genshin Impact content creator? Singular, no pressure. I really can't remember their name off the top of my head, but it was just like extremely handsome and really attractive and super funny. And did I mention he was like super handsome and really funny guy that streams on Twitch? I thought that dude was like super cool, and he is probably my favorite Genshin Impact content creator. What is this a math question? The equation, blah, blah, where all values of x not equals. The answer is B. What would be your ideal date, and why is it playing Genshin Impact with 3 other Kaching mains? I would have to say that is false. If this is your version of an ideal date, I'm not judging you, Atsu. It's just personally not my thing. When are you gonna watch Haikyuu? When I finish One Piece, which I have not started yet. Would you rather fight one Antony Chen-sized... What are these questions, dude? What are these questions? Would you rather fight one Antony Chen-sized cockroach or 1,000 cockroach-sized Antony Chens? How is that even a question? I would rather fight... Wait, this is actually a tough one. Because 1,000s of myself would be like super creepy. But me being like an 8-foot Giga Chad that I am, having to fight an 8-foot cockroach would be even like scarier. I would say I would fight 1,000 cockroach-sized Antony Chens. Next weekly boss. Atsu asks, how do you pronounce aluminium? I think he meant to say aluminum, but he spelled it aluminium. Spelled it British? Oh, wait, is that actually how they spell it? I thought there was no I in front of the U. Atsu also asks, if you could be any Genshin character who isn't the Cryo Abyss Mage, who would I be? I would be Kazuha, because Kazuha is super cool. Do chests respawn? I don't know, man. Do they? Mr. Slice asks, how do you feel questioning your life looking at Atsu's questions? Atsu, you're the reason 2 of my characters are dead right now. Jason asks, when will you take a break from Valorant? I will never take a break from Valorant. Oh, God. This is your fault, Atsu. Did you see what you've done? Do you understand the meaning of this? Wow, Rust. And... wait. What? Is this the C3 Kaching I've been waiting for my entire life? Is today the day actually happens. I'm so scared. No! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Finally! We're halfway there. We're halfway there. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for making it through the entirety of that video. Hope you guys got to, you know, at least know me a bit better off of those questions. If you ever wanted to join us live, it's twitch.tv/Antony Chen. And if you wanted to ask a question for yourself, it's on my Twitter. You can use the hashtag AskAntony. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, and commenting down below. Like, Antony Chen is my favorite YouTuber and streamer in the world. Yeah, it really helps a lot. I would really appreciate it. And thank you for supporting me, as you always have. I will see you in the next video. Peace. Dude, I can't even talk. I can't even talk. I'm just... Wow. No words. Absolutely no words here. I did not think that was gonna happen. What was my pity even at? I definitely should have looked before I started pulling.